I started losing my hearing about the age of 16. Initially, I would compensate quite well through, sitting at the front of the classroom and things like that. But in terms of golf, I started to lose the feedback from the strike on the club. It became more difficult to hear my playing partners as I was going around the course. So obviously that makes it more challenging from a social interaction point of view. Sometimes you think maybe I don't want to go and play today because it's going to be quite a challenge.
Robbie, the Deaflympics are just around the corner. How excited are you to finally get to Tokyo?
I'm absolutely thrilled. I'm very excited. I've had a wonderful journey so far and I'm really looking forward to going to Tokyo.
Can you just tell us just how big an event this is, not only in the world of sport, but especially for the deaf community?
This is massive. This is the pinnacle of deaf sport. This is the 100th anniversary of the Deaflympics. It's sanctioned by the International Olympic Committee, and the best of the best will be there in Tokyo.
Robbie, just take us back to the beginning of this process. How did you first learn about the Deaflympics, and then how did you go about qualifying?
So it started last November. I got an email from Scottish Golf, and it mentioned there was an opportunity to qualify for the Deaflympics. So I had a look at the eligibility criteria from a golf handicap point of view and also from a hearing loss point of view. And I realised I was eligible, so I thought, fantastic, I'm going to put in an application. Before I knew it, they replied and said, yep, you're welcome to come to the qualifier.
So you went to those trials and you shone and you got through, but just how nervous were you heading down to England to take part, given what you knew was round the corner if you were able to get through the team trials?
I'm not going to lie, I was very nervous. It was quite an experience. So just for context, I've never played in a deaf golf event before the qualifier. That was the first time, and I was really looking forward to meeting other people, but competing was something I'd never done, so very nervous.
I'm right in thinking that you began to lose your hearing as a teenager. So how did that affect your ability to play golf at that point, and how did it knock your confidence going forward?
So I started losing my hearing about the age of 16, and initially I would compensate quite well through, sitting at the front of the classroom and things like that. But in terms of golf, I started to lose the feedback from the strike on the club. It became more difficult to hear my playing partners as I was going around the course. So obviously that makes it more challenging from a social interaction point of view. And sometimes you think maybe I don't want to go and play today because it's going to be quite a challenge to hear my playing partners.
So as you play golf today, what are the particular hurdles that you have to overcome when you're out on the golf course?
So shouts of four, that's an obvious one. If somebody hits the ball towards me and shouts four, I'm not going to hear that. So I have coping mechanisms for that. I'll look to my playing partners to help. The feedback that comes off the club, I will have to lip read my playing partners. That can add an additional element of tiredness through lip reading. So all these things are things that I need to manage on the way around.
And you've managed it superbly because you're off to Tokyo. In terms of the Tokyo Games themselves, you had to self-fund. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So again, for context, the Olympics and the Paralympics are funded by government, but the Deaflympics aren't. So each athlete has to fundraise an amount of money. In order to do that, I set up a Just Giving page, and I decided to document my process on social media so that people could see the experience that I was going through. I did different challenges, like 72 holes in one day, which was here for the last 2 rounds. It was absolutely chucking it down, so that was an experience. But all those things together have helped, and I have to say a special thank you as well to Bearsden Golf Club, who've been fantastic supporting me through that as well.
As well as the club Scottish Golf have been supporting you. The Scottish Golf Charitable Trust also awarded you funding. Things like that just go an awful long way to getting you on that plane, don't they?
It's absolutely incredible, and a big thank you again to Scottish Golf Charitable Trust for the bursary, which will go a long way to help me. It really takes that pressure off in terms of thinking about the finances and allows me to focus on the golf, so that's really good.
And you've been awarded your Scottish Golf team bag as well, which goes to every person that represents their country. That's special as well, isn't it?
It's very special. You can't buy them in the shops, so delighted to receive that. So yes, thank you again.
You've been playing a lot of golf this year. You played Scottish Open Series events around the country. Has that been a real labour of love for you, trying to sharpen your game in anticipation of heading to Japan?
Absolutely. I love golf. I love playing golf. I love watching golf on the TV, everything about it. And to be able to really immerse myself in the coaching and the various different bits of training I've done has been absolutely incredible.
You've also been helping on the coaching side. I know you've been involved. The disability hubs have been special this year, which Alan Oliver at Scottish Golf has helped establish. Give us your impression of these hubs and your involvement in them.
The hubs are absolutely fantastic. So there's two different options. You can go as an experienced golfer, or there's sessions for beginners as well. There's usually 8 to 10 people per session, and you get a coach from the St Andrews Links Academy that takes you through various drills. So week on week you might be working on chipping, and then the next week on longer iron shots, and you just build up that experience and golf knowledge through being there from the expertise that the coaches have. And it's a great way to meet other similar golfers as well, and it's fantastic.
Do you see yourself as a role model, almost as a flag bearer for the deaf community? You're getting a bit of extra profile. Do you feel that that's important to tell others about the experiences that you live?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think of myself like that. If others see that, then that's fantastic. I think back to myself when I was 16 years old and into my early 20s, and I think, that's why I'm doing a lot of this is for that person, so that they could look up to somebody else and what they're achieving, and hopefully it would inspire somebody else that comes along the way after.
Yeah, what message would you give to other people who have maybe a hearing impairment, a visual impairment, any kind of impairment that you think might stop them playing the game? What would you say to them?
Throw yourself in 100%, and everybody's a golfer, whether you play 18 holes or you pick up a bucket and go to the driving range. Everybody's a golfer. Golf's inclusive, is for everybody, so get involved.
You've been thinking about this for a long time. It's almost here, this trip to Tokyo. How do you think you'll feel when you step out onto that first tee to represent Great Britain?
Very proud, very proud. There'll be some nerves, undoubtedly, but just very, very proud and excited. And at this point in time, when the traditional season's come to a close, I'm ready to go.
What are your ambitions in Tokyo? Is it to medal? Is it just to have a good time? What's your goal?
To play to the best of my ability. I've worked really hard this year, and I know that I can play well. So if I go and do that, then that's what I can control. So I'm just focusing on that, and anything that comes of that will be fantastic.
Well, everyone in Scotland's behind you, Robbie. All the best in Tokyo.
Thank you very much. Thank you.